Hi everyone, this is Rebecca for Peartree Cutfiles, and today I'm using one of the cut files from the November 2023 release. And I wanted to try cutting a cut file on some toner paper and adding some heat transfer foil using my mink machine onto the toner paper once I'd cut it. Now this came up really beautiful and I love how it looks, but if I was to do this in future I would foil the paper first before I cut it. Because it was really difficult to get it all to line up, especially with the foil that I'd chosen. It's kind of a rainbow pattern and I wanted all the colours to line up on the sort of negative and positive pieces of the cut file, so it was quite tricky to line it all up, and the toner paper is really quite thin, so yeah, definitely worth doing, but for sure foil the paper first and then cut it using the cut file. And I'm using this cut file Bonfire Night Fun, that is from the November 2023 release. I just thought it was really fun. I loved how this foil looked on it, and obviously I've cut it using the toner paper, but I've also added a black background, which I just added using my machine to draw an outline. And then I've used a white gel pen to kind of outline it, just so that it stood out against the black background that I'd cut, and I kind of liked how that looked. And I'm going to create I guess you could call it a mixed media background, because there are some sort of wet products going on there. It's just a piece of black cardstock. I'm still working in A4 at the moment, just size of my storage. I've got a tiny space to store my layouts, and you know, the 12x12s take up a lot of space, so I've started just giving A4 a go and seeing how I get on. So for this background I started off using some of the Distress Oxide sprays, but they were really not very opaque at all on the black background. They're much more opaque when on white, so I've switched over to some of the Cambella watercolours, and they are absolutely incredible. They're so sparkly. I've got quite a few various colours of those, and they really show up well against that black cardstock background. Yeah, just really lovely. And I kind of just splattered the paint and added some sort of larger spots as well. I've used a couple of stencils to create some like starburst patterns. Obviously these are to kind of mimic some fireworks going off in the sky, and then I'm going to use a white gel pen to just create some like little starburst sort of patterns on some of those little spots in the background. So next, I thought this would be a perfect opportunity to add some sequins. I'm really trying to sequin bash. I've just got so many and I hardly seem to be putting them on any layouts. So at the moment I'm trying to get them onto some layouts, and I thought, you know, what better way than a sort of starburst sparkly background with some sequins. So I just kind of scattered them across the page and then glued them in place, just using some other tacky glue. Did I use tacky glue? I think I used glossy accents in some of them. I'm not sure which glue I used really. But yeah, there they are, all looking nice and sparkly. And I had like this little star confetti sort of glitter sort of pieces from Little Things by Lucy's cards. I've had these again for ages. I just wanted to get them onto a layout. So I'd kind of put down some spots of glue, sprinkled them on top and kind of pressed them in place, and then shook off the excess just to kind of get that sparkly effect in the background. So I'm just adding a couple of the stickers from the Main Character Energy collection by Chamel. Yeah, I just kind of thought the colours really suited to the background that I'd created for this. And I felt like I needed just to kind of tie some of the colours into the outside edge of the page. And so I've used this pattern paper from the Main Character Energy collection. I think I'm going to use that as a frame. I'll probably gut that paper just to keep the sort of pretty middle part of it. So I'm just going to trim a little bit off the sides of my background that I've created and then mount it onto that colourful background pattern paper. So when I took these photos, we were at a fireworks display. Obviously you can kind of capture the faces of the family, you know, watching the fireworks, all the fireworks, but it's kind of hard to get both into the same shot at night with poor lighting. So I decided to have my son looking up at the sort of firework background that I'd created. I kind of thought it put it all into context, it tied it all together, and makes it clear what he was looking at while we were out and about. So he's looking up at that sort of fireburst, the firework up on the right hand side of the page there. I've added some white journaling pen and a couple of the embellishments from the collection, the main character energy collection. That's pretty much it. It's all finished. Thanks for joining me. See you next time. Bye.